it's just, I can imagine wearing that bag crossbody in one of the beautiful Hermes colours. Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. And today I am here to talk to you about Hermes, and specifically whether or not I intend to have an Hermes journey. What is my Hermes wish list? What do I think about Hermes? I would get quite a few comments from you guys in the comment box or DMs on Instagram asking me, do you intend to buy Hermes? You have so many Chanel bags now. Are you looking at Hermes? What are your thoughts on Hermes? Do you think you're going to go to Hermes? And I got that on my Q&A video. So I thought we would sit down and have a bit of a chat about Hermes, what I think about Hermes, where my mind is at, and if I have an Hermes wish list. And do I have an Hermes wish list? Yes, I have an Hermes wish list. But have I started an Hermes journey yet? Am I actively on a journey, on a plan, trying to get one of the dream bags, the quota bags, the Birkin, the Kelly, the Constance? No, I haven't. No, I haven't, just to be completely upfront about that. I do get asked this a lot, and I totally understand where the question is coming from. I envisage the question is coming because I do have quite a few Chanel bags. I have a Chanel bag, sorry. I have Louis Vuitton bags. And the natural progression, I suppose, would be to move Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and then potentially Hermes as well, especially with someone like myself who is an absolute handbag lover and a bit of a handbag collector. You would wonder if you want to then move on and add Hermes into your collection. And I suppose the answer to that would be yes, but my thoughts on the Hermes bags that I would like are so specific and so limited that I don't know if that would even be an option ever, even if I had been on an Hermes journey, to get the specific bags that I would be looking for. And one thing that I won't do is I will not take an Hermes bag just because it's an Hermes bag. For example, I don't like big bags apart from my Neverfull, which is for work. So if I was offered a bigger bag, I am not going to take it. I'm not particularly drawn to certain colours. I wouldn't want to take a bag just because I was being offered a Kelly or a Birkin if it's not a colour that I love and enjoy. To be honest, the Birkin I've never seen. I've never seen the Kelly either, but I'm not particularly drawn to the Birkin. I am drawn to the Kelly. And if I had an ultimate Hermes wish list, and if I was going to go on an Hermes journey, I suppose what I would be dreaming of would be either the mini Kelly, which I understand is an absolute nightmare to try and get, and I'll put pictures in, but it's the little tiny mini Kelly, and I just absolutely love it. I think it's so cute. I think it's just, I can imagine wearing that bag crossbody in one of the beautiful Hermes colours. Yeah, that's something that's got me definitely thinking Hermes. And the other one would be the Kelly 25, but specifically the Kelly 25 in the Cellier. And if I was looking at those bags, I would be looking at the rose, I don't even want to try and butcher it. It is the rose purple colour, and I'll put pictures in, that is that deep pinky purple, which I absolutely love. And I would be looking for that in gold or rose gold hardware. And I really wouldn't be looking for much beyond that. For the mini, or if it was vice versa, I also like the teal type colours, and the black and the rose gold is beautiful as well. But there's not a huge amount of option there that I would be considering. When I first was thinking, if I just pull it out, about the Kelly 25, I got this bag from Teddy Blake, and obviously it's not a Kelly, but the shape is very similar to a Kelly. The size is very similar. I wore it crossbody, and having this bag let me basically try out the shape and the size of the Kelly. I'm just going to set that down before I wreck in there. But it let me try out the shape and the size of the Kelly, and if it would work for my lifestyle, and if I would enjoy using it. And I love using that bag, and I actually highly recommend for anyone that is considering a Birkin or a Kelly that isn't too sure about it. And because you can't try these bags, they're not in the store that you can go in and try them on. This is obviously a much more affordable version, and this isn't sponsored or anything. I haven't been asked to make this video. This is just my own opinion. This is obviously a much less affordable version, or a much more affordable version, the Teddy Blake version, and I'm sure there's other versions as well, and it is a great way to try out the style of the Kelly or the Birkin to see if it works. And this for me kind of really did make me think the Kelly 25 would be something that I would ultimately like to own and would be on my wish list. So ultimate goal would be Kelly 25 in the Cellier, in either that Rose Pourpre type colour or one of the other colours I've mentioned, and Kelly Mini. Not a big lot of choice. I'm not very flexible with my options. So that kind of would dictate if I would be on a gold-driven journey to Hermes. No, not really. Those two bags I think are stunning and I would love to add to my collection. But I am not going to drive myself nuts for it. I am not going to sacrifice or sell some of the Chanel and Louis Vuitton bags I have in there that I absolutely love. Different if there's bags I fall out of love with or don't work for me any longer, certainly I will look to sell them on, but I'm not going to get rid of things I love to fund a Kelly or a Birkin. I am not going to buy things from Hermes that I don't like. I'm not going to chase this elusive bag to the point that I become fixated on it, that I become that this is, I must have this. If I don't have this, then I'm not happy with my handbag collection. I'm just not going to do that. However, last year, whenever we came out of lockdown for a very short period of time, I was in Hermes in Dublin on a few occasions. Now it's very small in there, it's a very small boutique. All our boutiques here are very small. And I did start to look around and kind of get to see a bit more of the brand, and I was interested in some of the things, and I'm going to give you my Hermes wish list of the things that I was interested in, and it did pique my interest in the brand and the colours. If you know my channel at all, you'll know I love colours, and I was drawn to the Hermes colours because they're stunning. And yes, so I do think that I will start to put a bit more of my attention into Hermes, but it is for items that are on my wish list that I genuinely want, and I want those items anyway into my wish list. It is not solely to chase this elusive bag, and if I don't get this bag, I'm not going to regret buying those things, or I'm not going to be so disappointed that I can't cope. I'm just not going to do that. So the things that are on my wish list, and another thing I'm not going to do, and no disrespect to anybody that does this, but I am not going to buy things from Hermes just to spend a lot of money in Hermes or build up this profile and then buy them knowing I'm going to sell them on. I don't have the time or the energy for that. I really, really don't. It's just not me. So I'm not, if that means that I then don't get the ultimate dream gold Kelly Mini, that's so cute, or the 25, well, so be it. You know, don't get me wrong, they're stunning, stunning bags, and I would love to see the craftsmanship of them, being a bag lover. But if it's not meant to be and they're not going to come in my collection, so be it. I also have a dream wish list, or wish list that I always have of Chanel. Like, I would love a Chanel classic flap now that I can get it extended and wear it the way I like it, in like a Secura type light pink with gold hardware. I would love a beige clair. So there's still Chanel bags that I love that are on my wish list, and I buy Chanel bags because I love them. I love the look of them. So if I don't get one of these Hermes bags, that's okay. But I am going to put a little bit more of attention into Hermes and some of the things that are on my Hermes wish list. Firstly, I bought this in one of my Dublin vlogs last year, and it is the H Click Clack bracelet in this lovely light pink and rose gold. And I have said in a few videos I want to get the black in it in the rose gold. Reason being, I used to have a little Kate Spade black enamel bracelet that I wore beside that, and it's destroyed. The hinge is broke. It's just, and it was about £40 and it lasted me about 5 years, so no complaints, but it's destroyed, and I would like to get the black version of the Click H bracelet to replace it, because I know that I like to wear them together. I think them two would look very well together, and that's certainly on my wish list, and I'll put pictures in of the things that I'm talking about. I would also like to get, and I think it's called the CDC bracelet, in the black with the rose gold. It's kind of a thicker bracelet and it has the little studs on it in the rose gold. I think it's really stunning. That's something I would also be interested in. Also, if you watch my friend here on YouTube, Lucinda from Yellow Shake Road, you should. She's awesome. She has this beautiful Hermes deep purple leather bracelet that whenever she wears it in her videos and wears it in her unboxings, I'm staring at the bracelet. And she knows this. So, you know, obviously I'm looking at what she's unboxing as well, but the bracelet is stunning. So I would like to look at some of the, maybe the leather bracelets in those deep pinky purpley colours because I think they're really, really beautiful. And those are things I would like to add. I would also like to look at adding an Hermes blanket. I have wanted one of those for the longest time. I think they're stunning. I've said that before in a video. I did say I have 2 dogs and I have young children. I'm thinking that I would put it in my home office or my study here because they're not really in there that much. It does mean it wouldn't be sitting out in our main used room to get, you know, the view of it so much and to get to see it so much. But if I put it in a room like that, the dogs are going to be on it, and I'm lying to you and myself if I tell you there's a way they're not going to claim that blanket, and that's just a bit too expensive for a dog blanket. So I'm thinking it could go into my office. I would also like to add one of the decorative Hermes plates. I used to have a Jonathan Adler one, and this is what scares me a little bit because my oldest son smashed it. And it was stunning, but I do really like the Hermes kind of mosaic ones. I really like the ones with like the tigers on them, but I believe they're very expensive. But I would like one of those as well. I think that's something that I would like as a home decor piece in my home that would make me smile. I also like, there's a pair of Hermes trainers that Me Likey 2 here on YouTube got me addicted to. I will put a picture on. They have the, I particularly like the one with the orange H. I think they're really beautiful. I can imagine, I've said in other videos with the children and how life has grown up and I've gotten old. I don't wear my heels as much, anywhere near as much. And I would like those. I think they would look really good with certain outfits. They're something that I would think I would like to add. I would also like to try, I have tried the Oran sandals before and they do not suit me. But I would like to try the Legend Wedges version. Now, I don't know if it would suit me or not. I'm not a great open sandal lover, but I would like to try them. Isabel has the gold version, the tan type version, and I really, really like those. So I would like to try those on. And those are some of the things that would be on my Hermes wish list. I also like the Kelly ring. The little gold and maybe rose gold or gold, the Kelly ring with the little circle that hangs from it, I think on this finger. I would like to try that as well. I'm not really looking at their scarves, to be honest. That's not something I can see myself really wearing. But those are the things that would be on my wish list that I would like to look at adding in any event, regardless of the dream bag. I also like the Calvi, I believe it's called. The Bastia, I understand, is the small coin purse. I use my Louis Vuitton round coin purse for coins. I don't see any need to replace that. But the Calvi, which is the long card holder, the one that fits the cards in, because of the colours of Hermes, I would be drawn to looking at one of those in that deep pink or purple colour. But I've said this before, if I did get that, it would probably mean letting go one of the card holders I already have because I don't have a need for that many of them. But that's something else that would be on my wish list. Those are the things that I would be currently actively thinking about looking at in Hermes. I am sure if I went down the rabbit hole of Hermes, there's probably many more things that I'm going to come across and be like, oh, pretty. But obviously we have to be responsible with our finances. Those things I would be looking at regardless. If I was lucky enough to find an SA that I built up a relationship with and we were comfortable with and everything worked well, and I got the offer of one of those other bags that I really, 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 really like and would want, absolutely, I would be interested in it. Of course I would. There's no point sitting here misleading you. But likewise, it would have to be on those very specific versions that I love. I don't think that one of the larger Kellys or the larger Birkins or certain things are really going to be something that I would like to add. But I can see, and I take absolutely no offence at why whenever people ask me, oh, but are you looking at Hermes now, or do you think of moving on to Hermes? Because it's a genuine curiosity. I would think it myself whenever you look at this amount of handbags and you'd think, well, you know, the Kelly and the Birkin in the handbag community are so sought after. Is that something you would like to move on to? So I don't think it's anybody being, you know, putting down any of the bags I have or anything. I genuinely don't think it's that at all. I think it's just an interest, and I can absolutely understand where it's came from. So I hope that has answered some of the questions in the comments that you guys have had for me about Hermes. If there's anything else, just pop in the comment box and I will certainly answer that for you. I hope that this has shed a little light onto a potential Hermes journey or not, and been a bit entertaining for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.